Good morning. Welcome back to Practitioners of Light and Love, the best of the best again. Goodness, I keep hearing this creaking, and it's coming from this Star Cards deck. It's what do you call it? It's made in 1979, so it's what am I looking for? Vintage. Jeez, goodness gracious. Yeah, I was called to it. I had to pick, like, some kind of, like, extraterrestrial type of deck, like, astral, something like that from there. But initially it was called to Feng Shui. I could pick, like, any deck, but making sense out of things, how the changes that we've made in our life. Sorry, this flame is going crazy again. What the heck is going on? Calm down. I gotta feed it some gold. Okay. Angels of Light and Love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages. My chakras, my auras, my space, and that of my Light and Love crew right over here. So let's just feed it just a little bit so the flame can just kind of chill out. Not everything. Oh, God, what? Okay. Yeah. This is interesting. Oh my gosh. So I was recapping on, like, recent videos after posting them on YouTube, and I listened to Stairway to Heaven, and oh my God, that was insane. Like, all of the synchronicities and messages, and it wasn't just that, but that, like, secured it in stone, because, like, what is it? The piper that sings, and, like, Medusa or something, and set in stone. Like, that was insane to me. Like, that was insane to me. I my team is excellent. It's insane. So I wanted to see what other, I got a little curious. What other messages are there? That's insane. You know how, being that is so synchronous, you know how that tells me so many truths about all the other things that, like, I don't have, like, visual line of sight on, like, at this point in time, that, like, most don't. Do you know how that validates so much? Like, that is crazy. It's not even like, you know, like, if you work in the court system, they're like, oh, well, that's speculation. But they know. While they're saying that, underneath, you know, the wooden furniture, whatever orchestration that they have set up going on, they know that they're shaking in their boots. They know the truth. They'd like to deny it, but, you know, because some of them know how manifestation works, or some of them think they know how manifestation works, but they only have, like, the very basic portion of it. It's like, you don't create your reality just by denying shit, you know? Sorry. Sometimes I get a little upset over things that are, you know, just, like, I guess disgruntled. This Karen gets a little disgruntled. Anyway, okay, so because of the changes that we made, energetic shifts, we're going to go with a Feng Shui Tarot. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I do know that Qigong is actually Qigong. That's how, I know that the QI is not pronounced QI. It's CHI. Anyway. Okay. Oh, shoot. Star cards. This is the first time that I've used these here. I bonded with them, like, once or twice. I only use this deck when I'm called to, because I think I need to brush up on my astrology. In this astrologer's hand deck, you get 36 cards, which are comprised of the planets, the signs, the houses, an instruction booklet, and a layout sheet. This is designed and produced by the Cosmic Workshop. I don't know how I landed upon this, but it comes with, you know, this felt thing. So I'm not going to go full out on this right now, okay? This is just like a brief little, trial run to see how it works with us, okay? So Spirit, what would you like to say? Like, I'm going to leave this open forum for you because I just want to jumpstart my day. I have good enough energy to do what I want to do, to get certain things done that are like, not ordinarily exciting. But like, I'm kind of excited about the changes, like the movement, that what's going to create, what I know immediately what it's going to allow for, and what, it's a chain of events, okay? So just like, your rap sheet, this is like all of the things that, like the deeds that you're doing, that speak to the universe that you're ready for another thing, or that you've practiced in this avenue, and it makes you more well-versed or more disciplined to taking on another thing. So whether you realize it or not, it serves as a prerequisite to elevation, certain elevation points, so you get to see things that other people normally don't. Now that's excellent for a Saturday before noon. Following St. Patty's Day, a lot of people are still hungover. I did not have one droplet. Now, like, this is a big smile. I don't even know what this means, but okay. Let's see here. What does that signify? Oh, wait. I thought I opened the page to that, but I didn't. Is it? Oh, it's North Node, but it's in reverse. Oh, yes. Okay, this is a way to fulfillment. Be open to new associations and techniques. It may not be easy in the beginning, but this way will lead to favorable results and gain. Here is where you learn something new. Don't resist. Somebody wants to keep my throat chakra like hush, but this is all the more importance. Let's do it. That's their energy, not mine. That's their energy, not ours. Okay? We profess it. We positively affirm it. So as a community, we rebuke that energy. It goes back to the sender. That's theirs. They have to take full ownership of their magic. Do you understand what that means when it's delivered with ill intent? Yes. Okay. Here is where you learn something new. Don't resist. Resistance keeps you from accomplishing your real life goals. See, that goes hand in hand with what we were talking about. I love it, Spirit. Taking the reins. We got it. Okay. I like it. North Node. What's your North Node in your natal chart? Gotta look up your birth chart, but I'm gonna remind you, folks. Don't just like download it on a free website. I mean, that's what I did, but like that was long ago. People, shit isn't for free. Let me tell you that, okay? First off, did you sign a waiver that said don't sell my information, or did you just take somebody's claims? Being a newbie witch, basically, a discoverer of such new territories, and you just like laid all your information out, and you just like, oh, okay, well, they're not going to use it for this or that. But was there any signature? Was there any like anything that you could download that says they don't do that shit? No. And the people that you pay, you gotta be careful. Who are they aligned with? Who are they who are they networked with? What are they? That's some real funk right there. Be careful. So my suggestion is you learn to do it on your own. Don't be so like anxious to like. Luckily, I have the destiny and the support crew of like such massive forces that are undefeatable and undeniable and also undefinable. You understand? That's insane. So luckily I'm protected with how I rolled. So I would just say, follow your intuition as you're guided, because I did that and I was very eager to find out. I found it very complex, but like, I'm telling you, don't let them get you, okay? Especially with how the world's patterning out the turn of events, things are escalating insane. Like, I don't even know how this whole like Roe versus Wade thing turned out. Like, there's all these newer fires, new school fires that are coming up with like transgender and all this other stuff, that are serving as distractions to move around money and like pull out heinous crimes, like cover up all this stuff. So you just be careful about who you relay your information to. I'm also finding out, like, with the job hunt, especially with how things are going financially, like, dude, if there are like thousands of people like already applied to a certain position that was posted hours ago, or even hundreds for like such a menial type of position, that can say a lot. I don't know if there are programs or, you know, like bots that are numbering up into those systems to cause fear or whatever, but be mindful of that stuff, because when it comes down to it, like, when you're dishing out your resume or handing out your information, especially to like headhunters or like these larger organizations that have been around for a very long time and harness that all of that information, you know, it's like with all of these disclosures, okay, you don't know like who's aligned with who. But Spirit's saying, like, don't get super paranoid about, I know I'm giving you like, it sounds like mixed messaging. I'm just giving you information, okay, based on my experience, tried and tested. Yeah, and being like with spiritual contact as like potent as I have, I'm just telling you straight from, you know, source, what the fuck is going on. So, but like, that is insane. That, like, that little bit that I heard about the banking systems and how it affects like small business owners. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, that was crazy. The accuracy. Like, I don't read about, like, anyway, here we go. Are we supposed to read the rest of these cards? I feel like we're supposed to. It just feels like a little overwhelming, but okay, let's do it. Let's get it. We can do this together. Or even alone, but we have each other. Branches. Okay, it's 10. Reputation is accented. You get what you have earned. Business comes before pleasure. Deal with authority figures. Act professional. Ambition is highlighted. Use self-resistant and traditional methods to promote success before the public. Did I say... I said self-restraint. Okay. Circumspection and planning are essential. Structure time and energy carefully. Consider your motives. Okay. So something is coming forth. You know, all of these skits are intermeshing with our own. They're facilitating opportunities to come forth. The universe is shifting gears to allow us to not just survive, but thrive. So to take this, to treat it with respect, okay? Now, this isn't to be a people pleaser either, okay? Like, there's definitely, like, when they're saying like act professional, this is saying still remain genuine, still remain true to who you are and what you stand for. Like, being a go-getter doesn't mean that you have to be a yes man, okay? You're equal part into like this upcoming potential partnership bond, you know? But it's also saying like, you know, stay true to yourself, that also means like to tame your messaging accordingly. Like, I can't just say like F off them, F off, like whatever. There's a certain amount of grace and maturity that goes along with handling such responsibilities and like the most awesome opportunities. And so like what I do, if you look historically speaking, the journey that like I've gone through and the the multiple forms of emphasis that I've gone through, that was all, purposeful. But like when I go to an interview, I don't exchange like that. I don't. No. I'm still like mind blowing when when I still stay firm in how I conduct myself and my truths, but I'm not casually like bad mouthing people. I'm not like saying this or that. I'm speaking in facts. And even though like some of that depicts like dirty deeds that have been done, there's how do you skirt around that? Like honestly, okay, so my boss my last job made me take on 2 other roles while like which was actually, I was taking on a director role. They didn't inform me about that. And it was like backtracking. Like I was filling in a 4-month gap for a director position during almost the highlight of the season to arrange for. And there was already an event manager there that has been employed for a year. And I asked, the same person that we report to, which is the VP of marketing, like, so what does she do anyway? I don't understand. And she's like, I don't know. I don't know. Those were her, I quote you, I kid you not. That's exactly what she told me. At least 2 times. I guess. I was like, for real, like, what does she do? I don't understand. And like, for 4 months, didn't know what this girl did. Even longer than that. My boss, my ex-boss at the time, was there also for the 2 months prior to like before that person was like, before that person left. So historically speaking, like all of these changes were like weighted on my shoulders. And plus this like other like that girl event manager who like clicked up with this other girl who was super jealous of me. They were both jealous of me because of my outputs and my abilities and my looks or what. Dude, I'm not even like. So let me just tell you this, okay? Just speaking in hard facts, but softened even during interviews. Like, well, they already had other people employed, but they didn't utilize them. They instead utilized me, and it was, I was taking on the job of a director, when there were other things that, they just had different priorities. They had different decisions that were made that were kind of out of my hands. And I decided that since it was a breach of contract, that, if they weren't going to make, certain modifications, amendments, according to, this other stuff. And I didn't tell them all the spiritual, I didn't tell them all the other stuff. But like, just, it was a breach of contract, and it wasn't that I particularly ended it. It was that there was no compliance to it. And so I remember going to one of the interviews, and the ones that were exchanging glances, the 2 girls, and the double talking, and just the tension that you saw there. The girl that, one of the girls said, oh, so you ended it. And I said, yeah, I guess you could say that. Like, I'm not going to I said, I realize my worth, and, which means that, if I am doing something that someone else is, employed to do, and it's out of the job scope that has just been dropped on me. And if I make certain accommodations to like convenience them for a certain time period, and there's no return on that, not even, I don't know if like we can have you for another month. I don't know if we can have, like, I can't promise anything, not even an extension while I'm doing this work. Like, there was no give to even raising the rate of pay or the title, which I wasn't even looking for the title because I thought that was like almost blasphemous according to, the normalities of things, but just like nothing in the pay scale and nothing like to even say like, we can possibly keep you, we can extend you for another 6 months. Nothing like that whatsoever. So that was a breach of contract. That was a total like disrespect. Then there was like an injury that was not reported that my superior tried to cover up. Now, I didn't tell them all of these things, but I just said, simple facts like, okay, but to really speak on it without too many details, there were decisions that were made that were out of scope and out of alignment to the contracts, and they were, by far a huge stretch, so much so that the VP, my boss, was let go of same week that I put in, the end of my 2-week notice. So that tells you a lot. But like even that is too much, for a person to like take. I don't know why. Like, why would you? I don't know. Like, I just know that I want to be in a partnership. If I'm going to be in any kind of partnership, I want it to be transparent. And I want them to have, like, a firm grasp on reality, rather than skirting around it. So I know, they're a straight shooter too. That they can, handle that shit comes your way sometimes. And you gotta, like, you gotta face it. And you're not going to cover it up. You're not going to be part of the freaking cleanup crew. No. So, when it comes to like professionalism, you can still maintain that and maintain your integrity, because you know what? The people that will really want to like have you there respect your honesty and integrity, and still like hold a firm grasp of reality and are mature in how you communicate, and what you communicate, and that's just like, it's a process of elimination that gets you to your true connections, the solid ones, So that's important. When we're branching out, that's what we want. Do whatever you want to do, okay? I'm just telling you. This is a new world. We're part of the reformation and restructuring of how the betterment of cultures, building better morale systems. And, you're going to just stand there and cover up for somebody else's mess when they can easily throw you under the bus and call you a number rather than by your name? No! Okay, so we have aspirations here. It is 11 and then 12, so hidden strength. Okay, so... aspirations. Goals are attained or thwarted through friendships, groups, and associations. Define priorities and make sure your objective is clear. Circumstances out of your control may interfere. With clear vision, all things are possible. Social connections are made through business. Business connections are made through friends. Recognize your role in the greater scheme of things. New data helps growth and development. So again, we have new data points, again, with the feng shui, as far as the changes that we've made. The divine has given us personal accolades for not just changing up the pattern, like a little switch step thing going on, but this, skateboarders, how they design new tricks. That's basically the same kind of thing. Through practice, and even through the trials, you learn different ways, and that certain things can be done. So this is mind control at its finest, just that sheer focus. So I feel like the work really speaks for itself. Yeah. So when I don't know, I mean, Spirit always told me like that, you know, honesty is, you know, just like, just hold integrity. That's all, you know, like, it was very simple. Just, okay. So hidden strength. Here are secrets behind the scene activities. Candle scene relationships, hidden friends, enemies are involved. Use imagination and instincts to probe deeply into the situation. Faith and devotion are required. Limitations can be blessings in disguise. See? We were just talking about all this. So these are just like cementing that. Okay. Solitude, isolation, and research will reveal the answer. Institutions help those who can't help themselves. Be alert to the traps of illusion. You may be the source of your own problems. Yeah, so remember yesterday when I said, you know, like I'm no longer going to like view in the scope that, you know, they're against me or whatever. Their agendas are their agendas. That's their energy. It's going to be, you know, mirrored back to them. For me, I get to have the practice of like, okay, so let's do this mock trial thing and see how it goes. Let's test my resilience, etc. Because there's only so often that you can point the finger at others before you realize, oh, okay, well, it's really all about, you know, development of self. So I'm just going to take every single the safe opportunity that I have in safe, how do I say it? Non-threatening. How do I say it? I'll just say legit opportunity. Yeah. Because you could also, these opportunities where you can like, something's not right, you smell something's fishy or like not right, you can still test your intuitive skills. You can play along. You play green, okay? Play a little dumb, you know? And that's okay, you know? You can do that. So, like, I kind of wish I had known this before I started, you know, engaging with others. But for my life path, I am meant to, you know, I'm not supposed to change those things, because those people who took advantage are meant to face their conflicts, their karma, upon immediacy, like with disciplinary action. So, but I know moving forward, if I see something, I can go ahead and play along, like I did like just recently with the whole texting, like typing up, like what was that? Oh my gosh, my hands are like tingling. It's insane. But I'm supposed to share this with you, so that you, you know, any that are going to go through that process is going to, you know, it has like a lead. Okay, so how does this go? Like that? Okay. Alright, feng shui. What do you have to say, Spirit? I didn't know that this, career reading. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is a lot, but okay. This fell in the box, like, that's, oh god, what, no. Spirit, for real. Okay, so White Tiger King. I think this is a King of Swords. Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm just gonna scan it. I don't know if I'm supposed to get all of that. Hold on. Where do I put this? Here. Okay. King of White Tiger. Let me just verify. Swords, yeah. So King of Swords inverted. Again, we mentioned like the mind control and using that for our own power, okay? Because if we're attracting that type of energy that is seeking to control us, that means that we are absolutely powerful, because they see the power within us. They want to have access to that, that this information database thing going on here, our accessibilities. They want to expand upon their own. So, you know, that if we have that power already residing within us, I mean, this is validating. We can just validate ourselves. Okay, we could just you know, what we're doing. That focus, that extreme focus. So green dragon 4. Okay. Accentuated. What's the green dragon then? Green dragon is Pentacles. I thought that. I intuitively thought that, but I'm just like, okay. So this is absolute ownership because of that. Very protected. Following that card, you know, using that mind control, that accessibility, that extreme focus. White Tiger Queen, Queen of Swords muted. Yeah, this is balance, yin yang energy within our thought forms. Red Phoenix 3, this is 3 of Cups accentuated. Actually, wait. No, muted. So we can hold off on the festivities, like, you know, how do I say it? We're not going to do early celebrations. We're only going to give accolades to those milestones that we accomplish, okay? Even if they're baby step, like mini milestones. So White Tiger 10, this is 10 of Swords accentuated, okay? So we're going to slay. We're going to absolutely slay. You see, like in the water, still like with that prowess, just, you know, sneak attack in the water. Do you know how smooth you have to be? Absolutely gonna slay it. Then we have the Moon card, muted or inverted. So these are our personal intentions on what we want to manifest. This is going through all the phases of the moon, just kind of in pocket, you know, understanding that everything is a process and respecting it. See that portal? Then the Red Phoenix. So this is the Page of Cups accentuated. This shows the world. This shows the universes, the cosmos, that you're putting your love out there in like the most genuine form. Just like a kid, just like a page, a learner, a student, okay? But this isn't just the Page of Cups. You see how well balanced that is on shoulder? You know, this is almost like the 10 of Wands hidden right here, because you know how heavy those buckets are? That could account for 9 additional wands, but this is the balancing act also. Very unique. I like this. Okay. The High Priestess. Beautiful. In pocket, in hand. We already know this. This is basically our luggage tag. We're getting ready to travel new places. You know, take on new things. I love it. I'm going to put it on the top. Actually, yeah, I'm going to put it on the top, like as a faceplate. Okay, so that wasn't so difficult. I was so close to just putting the rest in there, just like, that's too much. No, we're going to do it. Okay, anything else before we move on to bananagrams? I like how Spirit, you know, changes up the topic, but it's still like in alignment with, you know, the previous discussions. You know what I'm talking about? Like, okay. Black Tortoise, 9. I forget, tortoise, is that wands, I think they said? Yeah, okay. So 9 of Wands upright. Yeah, it's showing up, you know? Like, very like strong, like is that a bull? Yeah, so it's like firm, you know, with what they pull and what they push against. Yeah, because I see the circling right there. And also understanding that like slow and steady wins the race. So you show up. We keep going at it. One foot in front of the other. That's what it is. And this, you know, like has some battle wounds, you see? There's like a scar right there too. And they just still keep going. Because the dominant portion of a tortoise is its armor. You know? So like 90% of it basically is like a tough shell. you know. Heroes in a half shell, turtle power. That's what's going on over here. So, yeah. So, like, why would you not? If you have, like, if you work on numbers and you're, like, you have a great chance of succeeding, okay, because 90% of you is shell, or even 85% of you, that's still, like, excellent, okay? You're not just, like, getting by, just sliding by. No. Okay. Okay, I have to do some other things, so I'm gonna cut the deck and look at White Tiger 2. So that's 2 of Swords. So blocking yourself from, like, you're a leader. Tina, you and I are leaders. So we face what we need to face, you know? And if that means sometimes turning our back or, like, moving past the crowd, so be it, okay? This is a white tiger. Striped. You know, so it earns its stripes. And it's a rarity. Yeah. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Black Tortoise Knight. Knight of Wands in reverse. I think it's about propagating, you know, like how we talked about, like the Wands energy, like building root systems, if it's in reversal. Now this is kind of singular. It's like having faith in propagating like a tree into another location, you know, or into a bigger plot of land. That's what's happening here, okay? Especially with the prefix energy, I feel like I'm supposed to get the bottom of that also. It's the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so Spirit is watching us, you know, assisting, you know, like with Spirit so close, we're sharing auric fields with Spirit. Like, we're on blast right now. This is good stuff. I like to be intuitively guided to just check, like, the only time to check behind you and it being Spirit, holy smokes. That's like standing over, I don't know, we got a round of applause for sure. In fact, the appearance of Spirit, like, just brought on, you know, like the wave, like in the stadium. Yeah, especially, you see that? Like, yeah, for real. That's excellent. Okay, so top of the deck is Temperance. So, again, we're talking about that balance again of alchemy. I think it's just like cleaning up. Sobering up may be very triggering for others, but I think that applies in context just to the whole, you know, just cleaning up your act. And it's just like, you know, this is a new frame of mind. This is a new way of life. So I'm going to be my best self. And I know better now. So I know how to be my better self. So, you know, it's constantly challenging ourselves. So it's not just, okay, I'm showing up now, you know, it's not just like the bare minimum. Okay. Black Tortoise 2. So that's, again, we're talking about the propagation here, how it's going to take some time. This is 2 of Wands upright. So we size up our situation correctly. Like, we know better. And we're still going. We're still going. We know better on a lot of accounts regarding many things. So this is very good. Spirit is successful in teaching the ways of the tortoise. Tortoise? Tortoise. Oh, I was supposed to get this too. Animal, the wild, unknown animal spirit. I was called to do that because something about like our instincts, just like the raw nature within us. Okay, so what do you want to say, Spirit? I haven't used this like in a long time. I was questioning whether or not I should let go of it or if it still holds purpose within the context of, you know, what I'm doing. So we have stingray. It fell on the lid of my candle, thing. Stingray. They say that this is also very, has like, what do you call it? Extraterrestrial type of qualities in it. Have you ever seen a dried stingray? It looks like a demon or a devil. Some kind of beast. It's interesting. Let's go ahead and read on that. Do we have something to read on that? No, we don't. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, that's fine. Maybe I got amused and I didn't get the... Oh, sorry. Sorry, didn't mean that. Okay. Did I just misplace? No, I don't have the book on it. I think most of it is like we mind our own business. When it comes to like navigating. But as soon as somebody steps on us, that's when we kind of, defend ourselves. Like, I don't know, like, okay, to avoid stingrays, for the most part, you drag your feet on the ocean floor rather than stomp, 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 right? So you drag your feet, that way, like, stingrays amongst other stingrays, like, they know, like, stingrays can't stomp on another stingray. But, like, they know each other's space based on the wingspan. So it's like scooting each other over. So you're like their kin. You're speaking their language as far as you're gesturing. You're respecting each other's space. Acknowledging each other's sentience. So nobody gets stung. So I think that's... there's some messaging in there. Like scooting yourself along. Like being humble with your steps. It's not like dragging your feet, really. But enjoying the same landscape with something that is kind of similar to, like, let's say a shark that doesn't have quite the jaws, but like similar to that kind of like pain, I guess. It's okay, dragging your feet. It's like shifting each step. I think it's like a peaceful approach. Like when you're standing on the beach and the waves are crashing or whatever, you're just on the shore. But like the waves are like moving you, like the sand. So it's like you were here, but now you're over here. But you were just standing still. What the heck? This is a similar thing. Like this peaceful motioning of navigating through. So you're not rushing through the process. I think that's important, that this is all a process. Because when you rush it, it's like you have more chances of being stung. I don't know, like, that's what... But I get, since I was starting with saying that we are this, it's like... other people, that's what it is. Because I'm like, why am I, doesn't make sense to me. No. I spoke as we being this. Okay. So that's what other people need to do around us. They need to be very careful around us. Otherwise, they can easily get stung. Because as we're motioning through, we're just minding our own effing business, honestly. And, people may fear us being around us, but like those people who are like super confident, like don't, fee, fi, fo, fum, are likely to, overstep their boundaries. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. I mean, it hit on the lid of the fire, so it's, or like, of the candle. So that's what that tells me. If somebody's trying to stomp out our fire, for sure they're going to get stung. That's what it is. That's what it is, because it hit that. Yeah. Somebody's going to try to stomp us out, for sure they're going to get stung. And the very interesting thing about this is, unlike the bee that dies after losing its stinger, no, it stays with us. We're fully aligned. That's what that... I mean, these are supposed to be spirit totems, not like... Okay, so we have the elk. Oh, dragonfly. See? The dragonfly, earthworm, with stars coming up. And, oh, octopus and the elk is coming through. Okay, I guess I'll keep you. Okay, but dragonfly is about transformation, maneuverability. This is about aerating the soil when it comes to the root system. Octopus, we already talked about that yesterday. And elk. That's the protection rune live. Gone live. That's what's going on. Earthworm, that's so interesting. In the bottom of the deck, secret stuff. Am I gonna show you? I don't know. Unicorn! Why wouldn't I show you? Holy smokes. I love it. No wonder. And so it is. Thank you. Okay. Bananagrams. Okay. I did... Gosh, I have to say other stuff. We're getting the good stuff right here, and it just keeps going, okay? So we got a few. We got D and A. D, A, okay, D was upright, A was, turned down, so. District Attorney. The DA. Okay, I don't know. All right. PDP, product development process. Hello, engineers. Okay, PINUQEOIMOMOEV. Okay. I have Vimo. Queen. Quad. Somebody's about to design something. Ooh! Quid. No. Yeah. Quid. Is that English money? I don't know. But there's also quid pro quo. I don't know what that... I forget what that means. We have Momo here. Do we have names here? We have Diane. We have no. Movie. Yeah, we have some people from like the film industry or studying that. Some affiliation with movie. I know that's like a household kind of association, so that just means different things for different people. But you're supposed to use your intuitive guidance on that. There is a fly in here. It is a mosquito. And I am about to get it. Where did it go? It flew off. But of course, I'm going to get it. Or it will die on its own. My stomach. Okay. All right. Do we have any other names here that we want to call out, Spirit? Pomona. It's the first time I've had that city. Mm-hmm. Manny. Mm-hmm. Okay. Puma. Mm. Moni. Mm-hmm. Like Monie. Moni in the middle. Where you at? Well, I'm in the middle. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do Queen again. We have Moon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, the phases of the moon. Okay. Oh, somebody's saying that this is dope. That's dope. Well, thank you. Well, that's for us, so. Okay. Damp? You know, sometimes when it comes to like going in full immersion or like getting your feet wet or whatever, like when you're at the beach and you roll up your like your pants or whatever and they still get wet on the bottom, like the hems, like it feels like soggy, it feels like gross or whatever. But like once you forget about like the inconvenience of like having a wet blanket type of vibe, it doesn't get to you. Like, it's part of the atmosphere. Are you going to let that, like, ruin your whole experience? No. Get over it, you know? Or take off your pants. But that's really what they're talking about here. Mm-hmm. You think a queen is gonna, like, a queen for real that earned her position legit is going to, like, get upset over, especially if it's the Queen of Pentacles, the one that, like, is the best mother of all four, or even the Queen of Cups. You think that they're gonna, like, get upset over, even the Queen of Wands for real. Like, Queen of Wands is, like, that's a party. That's a party animal hidden underneath there, you know? Who else are we missing here? Queen of Swords. Like, even, like, the best Queen of Swords knows, like, when to pick their battles. So that's, like, you know, that is bullshit energy. So that's for real here. These are all the dope queens. Like, for real. The dopest queens of all. That's the best way to put it. Okay. Yeah, and let me see here. I have Devo here. Okay. PDA. Oh my gosh, somebody like tested the waters with us and they like us a lot. PDA? Like, what is it? They just like got the full immersion. Like, what? That's funny. They like they just dived in deep. So it's like they're all damp now. That's interesting. Okay. VIP. Oh my gosh. somebody like really, really is, I don't want to say enamored, because I don't even know, like, I don't know, I'm not trying to dig. There's somebody in a very high position likes us. It's either, it could be a personal display of affection, but it's no. I mean, when you're damp, it's also visible to the world, so it's a public display of affection. Like, it's even without them trying. But that's insane. Okay, but definitely somebody that's VIP. You know, like those people that get like VIP cards or certain access to like different things, you like that. You know, obviously, that's. But it's also saying that they see us as VIP. Like, because why would you? Come on. So, because the last two letters are I'm, like I am VIP. You know what I mean? So, like not to get too hung up on that stuff, okay? Because the most important thing is that we're generating that type of energy, which means that it exposes it to all, not just a singular form. So we have that kind of influence, which is spirit. More importantly, like focusing back on this, that, you know, respecting the process and new elevation points and, you know, career, you know, looking within that scope, to take ourselves more seriously, but also that means to like to be lax around, you know, with other things too, that we have going through this process methodically, you know. It's just self-validating, so it helps us gain the confidence with each and every step. Yeah, because this is the power of I am, right? But it's in contraction form. So it's, you know, again, the hybrid, the more efficient way of those affirmations. Okay? Let me see if it goes anywhere here, if there's any other place. I have mío, like, ay Dios mío. What is that? It's an expression in Spanish. I don't know, but that's what it's saying there. But I think that's it. I think that's what it's meant to be, like, separate. You know, kept as a personal acknowledgement. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you, and then we are done. Okay. Do you see that? Do you see how lovely that is? Actually, I'm going to put it right over here. Let's shift it right there. I like it. It's great. It's good. Okay. All right. And now that this reading is officially over, upon closing all portals, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, sending all back with your karma's due. And, like, excellent work, everybody. Like, awesome. They need to create a new emoticon emoji for this type of thing. Like, goodness gracious. Great job to us. Cheers. Okay. So, closing all portals, sending all energies back with their appropriate karmas. Thank you. Thank you so much for respecting my time, my space, my energies, my work, in advance, as well as that of my families. And if you, okay, let me just, how do I say it? I'm going to just assert myself right here. If you enjoy what you just saw, if you like what I do, if you like the messaging, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment, put in a donation. I would certainly appreciate all those that have shared thus far. Enlighten love. Received enlightened love accordingly. Okay? So, I'm closing all portals. Thanking all of you. Now.